Priscilla Mahong, the outgoing executive director, who has been doing this transition for the past 2 months. Can you tell us what the transition has been like, Ms. Mahong?
Good morning. It's been 2 months since we've had a transition process at Tide. So Mr. Magana has been introduced to our managers, our admin team, the staff at Tide, the board of directors of Tide and Tide Tours. He's met most of our partners, and so I believe, and he has learned, of the work of Tide, and so I believe that he is fully ready to take over. He has a good grasp of what we do at Tide, who we are, what we do, and so we welcome Mr. Magana.
Okay, Ms. Mahong, I mean, you've been here for 16 years. That's what I read.
Years.
Yeah. What has that been? It's going to be a big shoe for Mr. Magana to fill. And over the past 16 years, I know there's been major and many accomplishments. Is there one that stands out in your mind?
It's been a good learning experience for me, and I think that what stands out the most is Tide's engagement with the community, from engaging children, youth, and adults. At all levels, we've really tried hard to be very innovative in engaging community in conservation. And so for me, that is one of our biggest marks that we've made at Tide, of course, with a great committed team. And of course, I can go on and on, but our work with resource protection in the Toledo district, both terrestrial and marine, has been significant.
Okay. Mr. Magana, you've got a very huge shoe to fill there. How do you feel about taking up this challenge?
Good morning, everyone. And yes, indeed, much indeed will. It's a very large shoe to fill, but I'm excited. I'm excited taking on this new journey that brings me back to Toledo for a third time. As you may recall, I've been working in Toledo first with DFC and thereafter with the car project. Now I return, I believe, with the hope to stay and be at the helm of Tide. Tide, a very important NGO in Belize in regards to conservation and also in regards to community development. Because what I note that Tide model is to ensure that we conserve our natural resources, but also at the same time to ensure that those communities that buffer or reserve, that they are benefiting as well, and that they can also be a steward in regards to ensuring that conservation be something that is not only the responsibility of Tide, but the responsibility of the community as well. In that regard, I see myself having, as you said, a big shoe to fill. However, we believe that Tide can grow and Tide can evolve. Moving ahead, currently we have on the table the taking over of a new marine reserve, the Sapadilaki Marine Reserve, currently under negotiation. But that in itself will be a new challenge that we welcome, and that we see that Tide can benefit in ensuring that we adequately protect our resources, especially in this particular case, that is a transboundary site. Not that it has its own challenges, but I believe Tide is up for the game to ensure that we can successfully manage that marine reserve.
Great. So you mentioned community many times. So you really look forward to including the community in the areas that Tide work in.
Absolutely, will. We must always remember that Tide stands for Toledo Institute for Development and Environment. So while we are responsible for ensuring that we conserve our natural resources, both terrestrial and marine, we also have an important element of development. We have to ensure that the communities, and when I say communities, I mean all stakeholders, including young people, including fisher folks, including farmers, and all those stakeholders that depend on our natural resources for a livelihood. So absolutely, I see that the component of community development is key to the work that Tide does.